Welcome back, Knights of Apollo, to another glorious siege battle. That's right, guys. We are here playing Shogun 2. Look at that glorious artillery going off right now. So this is going to be a juicy siege battle. It's a 4 versus 3, but before we dive into today's battle, I kind of want to mention the elephant in the room. Why is Total War back on my channel? Well, I did mention I was done with Total War, and that's still true. I'm done with the new Total War. I still don't like the business practice of the newer Total War games. I don't like the newer Total War games at all. But I love the old Total War games, the classic games, Medieval 2, Rome 2, Shogun 2. Shogun 2 honestly is like the last of the greats from Total War. And, you know, there's always this part of me that just, no game is as good as Total War in terms of immersion, immersing you into history. Unlike, you know, like Troy. Like, is anyone immersed in the Trojan War through Troy? I mean, come on. You got, like, giants in that game. It's not even... Anyway, so... But I digress. There's always this part of me as a little kid. I remember always being in my backyard, or there was like woods in the front of my house. I'd always go in there with like a stick and pretend it was a sword and pretend I was a knight, or I was fighting off goblins or whatever. And I remember spending time with my childhood friend, just spending hours outside, you know, hacking away at branches. And there's always a part of me that's still like that today, but, you know, playing video games is a little bit more socially accepted. So I'm basically doing the same thing I was doing as a little kid, but doing it through video games and sharing that joy with you guys and that excitement for history. And I kind of miss that. And I feel like no other video games really can bring that to the table. I mean, some can. You know, there's a lot of different games I'm excited for, like Manor Lords and Crusader Kings 3. And when those games come out, I'm going to be, you know, all over those games. But at the same time, when it comes to battle and capturing the chaos and the horror and just the glory, I guess you could say, of, you know, the heroic acts, Total War, old Total War battles capture that so well, and I just miss that, you know, and I don't want to lose that. And you don't have to call me a Total War channel. I don't want to be called a Total War channel. Just consider me a strategy channel or a gaming channel that loves history. That's what I want to be. So, yeah, that's why I guess I'm back. I'm not really. In the video, I did say I was indefinitely leaving, as in it's not for sure forever. And sure enough, I'm right back here. And guys, I'm going to be bringing Shogun 2, 1212 AD, Third Age Total War, Rome 2 sieges. I'm going to bring all of that plus new games. And that was the exciting thing, is like when I kind of stepped away from Total War a little bit, it opened up a new, like, oh, look at these arrows come in. It opened up a new just opportunity, new doors of different games and excitement. So my channel is just going to be broader, but with Total War still. So yeah, strategy game with a little Total War. Anyways, I hope you guys understand. Yeah. I'm excited to be back. So anyways, let's look at this battle and see what's going on, because it's getting spicy. Look at the fire already spreading. So this is Avatar Conquest. So these aren't actual factions, but they're the color. This is so cool. I can't believe they got rid of Avatar Conquest, but that's for another time. So we've got Trotsky over here. Trotsky. He is bringing the Bo Ashigaru, Bo Samurai. So he's kind of got like this white and gold color scheme. I like it. That's one of my favorite things about the Avatar Conquest is the different color schemes that people come up in uniforms and stuff. But it's mostly bow and katana samurai. We do have another attacking force here. By the way, there's 4 attacking armies. We have Aberma Gold. Classic me not pronouncing names correctly, but he's got his bodyguard here, and the rest of his army is actually on the flank here. I'm not sure why his general's far away, but he's got some Yari Ashigaru, some katana samurai, so the classic Japanese warrior. So very cool. So he's the orangish yellow black faction. So very awesome. And then we got this Halo Spartan faction. By the way, we've got some units already breaking as a faction by the player named Disaster, which disaster is certainly happening. Okay, let me slow it down here. My goodness. I forgot Shogun battles are so quick. They're already pushing up some bow units to try to soften up the defenders. But as I was saying, we'll go back to Disaster. He's like a red and crimson, I guess you could say. He's pushing up the bow samurai. Next, we have the Spartan. I say Spartan like Halo Spartan. Got the Halo color scheme here. That's very cool. I love this. I love it. But he's got his bow Ashigaru as well, trying to support his allies and soften up the defenders. The rest of his army is in the waters here, trying to spray down as many arrows as possible to soften up that defense. And then here's the rest of Disaster's army, which is over here. So very cool. Very cool stuff. Let's go ahead and look at the defenders. And I know it can get a little confusing on who's side because of all the different colors. Always keep a little mental note of the mini-map. The defenders are blue, the attackers are red. So if you ever get confused on like who's who, just look at that mini-map and it'll help clear it up. So we do have another green and gold faction. So Angry Cat Whisker is the player name. So very cool. So he's on the defense. And by the way, look at the balance of power. It is greatly in favor of the attackers. Over here, we have this red and white faction, Ralph C. So he's got some Yari Ashigaru, it looks like, holding the outer defenses of this grand settlement. And then over here, we've got another white. It's a white and yellow. It's going to be very similar to the white and gold faction, but it's pronounced Otohiro, I believe. So he's got some Bo Ashigaru trying to soften up, which he certainly is softening up the attacking archers. Look at this. Oh my goodness, and they are breaking. Blood is splattering on the screen, and this battle is getting chaotic. I believe those are all the factions, so we'll go ahead and do normal speed. And again, Shogun 2 battles. I kind of hate that they put a timer on siege battles because they just make them so fast-paced. I would like a slower pace, a little bit of a slower pace battle, especially when it comes to siege battles. But yeah, they've already, almost 25% into the time here. But this is disaster. I mean, seriously, they are just getting slaughtered. The moat here is turning red from all the blood that is being splattered around from all these arrows. And these guys didn't even get a shot off, and they are already breaking. And that's one thing you got to be careful of. And one thing in Shogun 2 siege battles is you got to have your cannon fodder. You got to have your units that are just going to take the punch. More troops moving up as they get ready to get into close combat, get into some melee. There they go. Let's see if they can get there without losing too much morale. The water is definitely slowing them down. Oh, don't stop. You got to just keep going. I'm not sure what that artillery, we saw. Okay, there goes the artillery. Looks like they're trying to burn down the gate. Oh, look how cool that is. Oh, man. Look at that. The crater with the flames and the sparks going up. Shogun 2 is one of the most beautiful Total War games ever made. But yeah, they are... Looks like they're getting ready. They're going to throw their torches at the gate. Try to burn it down and try to get an entry point. I think he wants to try to avoid climbing the walls, because you do take casualties when you try to climb. And look at that, how quickly this gate is burning and flames are spreading as the attackers are about to greatly weaken the defenses. Now over here, this is where they are climbing the walls, guys. Full on attack. We have some Lone Sword Ashigaru, which are making progress here, actually. Now that's one of the things, again, another thing you have to do in Shogun 2 is sometimes you got to win by time, and you got to try to slow down the attackers but not lose too many units in the process of slowing them down. And you got to rely on archer fire. Now it looks like, oh, the white faction is charging in. He's not giving up this wall just yet. They're going to come in and they are breaking the 9 red. It's a special unit. 9 reds. Okay, very cool. So yeah, they are charging in and they are slaughtering them. They try to hold on to their morale. If if this unit could flank around, but look at this as the green defending army is preventing any red units being able to flank around and get behind the defending white infantry there. So very good teamwork, very good synergy. Oh yeah, they're gonna slaughter them up. They're gonna slash and dash. And here comes more, what are these, Lone Sword Ashigaru coming in. Look at that, they're like, no, you will not take this wall. Arrows coming in to support the infantry. An absolute brutal sight indeed. All right, let's do some slow-mo here. Enjoy the bloodshed a little bit, and then let's go see how it's looking elsewhere on the battlefield, where we have the white attacking army going through the gate. The smoke is everywhere. Sparks are flying everywhere. This gate is on the verge of collapse, but yet both sides stand stoically really in the gate. And look at this guy in the back here. He's like, got you in the back. You ever play Mountain Blade and you're at the gate and you're just like that one guy that has like a poleaxe or a spear and you're just in the back stabbing at people and getting easy kills? That's what that guy's doing. Oh man, so that's absolute slaughter. It looks like they were able to flank around a little bit. There was a little bit of a struggle here, but they were able to push, and they are kind of flanking the defenders. So they're kind of taking on two fronts right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. These are the defenders. Yeah, sorry. It can be kind of frustrating, or not frustrating, but it can be kind of confusing in the Avatar Conquest because there's two white armies, one attacking, one defending, and two red armies, one attacking, one defending. But no, the defenders are holding the white attackers at the gate. So there they go. Back over here, they are climbing the walls. We've got the orangish, yellow, black faction charging, and of course the red is holding like a champ and protecting these walls. So let's go back into normal speed where the timer is already halfway over. It's a bummer, man. That's my biggest critique about Shogun 2 sieges. It's just I want to see longer battles. I remember playing this on like when I was streaming and I completely forgot about the timer because I don't play Shogun 2 a ton. And I was just like taking my time and using my archers and artillery. And then all of a sudden I looked, I'm like, oh, the battle's like 75% over. I need to rush in there. But we've got some Lone Sword Ashigaru just kind of sitting here. I don't know what they're waiting for. They've got to go. They've got to push. Maybe they're waiting for an opportunity to find an opening elsewhere and they're going to capitalize on that. I'm not really too sure. And then back here, maybe they're waiting for this gate to catch fire. Oh man, look at that. That's awesome. Look at all those torches. I think they gotta get a little bit closer. I don't know if this is doing anything. Oh, it is. Okay. See, if I was playing, I'd be like, is that even working? Is it burning the gate down? I'm not really too sure. But the bowmen are in the back opening fire. And the infantry wait. And there's really no defenders over here. And that's why it's so important to try to attack on many flanks as possible. We do have some sword attendants, which have these fantastic blades here. But they are getting chipped apart from archer fire, which is never a good thing. You don't want deadly warriors dying to arrows. You want them to die in close combat. But unfortunately, they are down to 38 men. Let's go back over to other sides of the battlefield where the defenders they're taking on the wrath of the attackers. I'm thinking, let's do some slow motion again because these are so quick. I'm thinking the defenders are starting to peel back. You can see he's got some units in like choke points here, ready to fall back. You see how they're falling back here a little bit. They're actually pushing up a little bit too. Over here, they're kind of stepping back a bit. We've got, oh my goodness, we have a cav unit. This is the general for one of the green attacking armies going in and trying to brute force his way through this gate. He's like, all right, I've had enough of this. These guys gotta go. These Lone Sword Ashigaru, they're tough. They're tough, and they definitely put up a good fight. Let's go back to normal speed as they continue to slice their way through them. But they do break them. But look at this. This is where things are going to get really confusing because now the two white factions are fighting each other. So there's going to be a lot of friendly fire in this, which I'm only joking. I I wish there was a mechanic where if you're taking on a faction with similar colors, it does cause more friendly fire. Like, that would be a really interesting mechanic. Probably not a fair one, to be honest. And it wouldn't, I mean, it would be cool, like, real life. Like, that would be a real thing, right? But in a video game, that probably wouldn't work out in terms of fairness. But, oh, the attacking factions take on the defending cav, and they just full-on charge in with light cav. I honestly think this cav is doing a suicide mission here because, oh, look how cool that is. The cav with the fire in the back. I think they're doing a suicide mission here just to try to slow down the attackers so they can prepare their final stand, which is right up here, which, yeah, I'm sure they're keeping some reserve over here. Lone Sword Ashigaru. We've got some Matchlock Ashigaru. So they've got the deadly firepower ready to sit back and hold. I'm not seeing a lot of infantry, though. That's my biggest concern. Yeah, sure, the fire, you know, the guns and the archers, they're gonna get a lot of kills, but as soon as the infantry get up on the walls, you better have some infantry to hold. And I'm just not seeing it unless this green defending force falls back. These are archers too. Well, they got some lone swordsmen, but they need to get some of their infantry back in the inner defenses, or this is going to be disaster for the defenders. Let's go back to normal speed. I love it. The two green factions are killing each other. Oh, I think he's going to call. Are they calling the retreat? Fall back. Oh, why are they standing there? No, they're like, no. I will die. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We fall back. They're like, I was going to say, you know, they take these walls over my dead body, but well, now they're going back in, so I don't know what's happening. Mix orders. You gotta be decisive on the battlefield. But the Yari Ashigaru are gonna hold. I think they're just a sacrificial unit making the ultimate sacrifice so the rest of the units can fall back in time, and sure enough, they're calling the retreat. Thankfully, they're grabbing whatever units they can, small or healthy units, you know, depleted or healthy units, get them falling back, regroup, prepare the final stand, and hope that you did enough damage to the attackers in these outer walls for the next layer so you can take them on and destroy them. But look at the chaos, the smoke, the fire. Imagine being like on one of the hillsides and just seeing, you know, like the chaos from afar, the men yelling, the horses, you know, the thunder of the horses, the smoke. It'd be crazy. Here comes a defending cav unit, though. Look at this. We got light cav from the defenders. They're gonna sally out. Let's see, where are they going? Here, let's go ahead and follow them here. They are, I don't know what they're doing. It's like they're trying to get a charge off. There's some archers right there. How are they not seeing them? They kind of screwed up the pathfinding there of this cav so many times that the attackers had plenty opportunity to avoid him, but the charge wasn't even that deadly. I mean, it was light cav, but this is a very healthy archer unit, and they didn't seem to get too many kills there. But it's still, nonetheless, it's not a bad move by the defenders because it does slow down the attackers a couple seconds more, which could be, you know, that could be the savior of the game. There is less than 7 minutes left in this battle. So things are going to get pretty crazy here at the end. And here we go. The guns are blazing, guys. Look at this. They are opening fire at some infantry approaching them. See if we can get a cool volley of... Oh, it's over here in the... Oh, that's so sick. That is so nasty. Imagine, just imagine being a soldier, being told, hey, you peasant. Hey, you. You need to go charge this wall. And you just look and you're running. You're like, oh, please. Oh, please. And just a wall of lead and arrows. Not just lead, not just arrows, but both coming at you. And such a, it would be such a horrifying sight. I just love this setup where the guns are up close, the arrows are overhead. I don't know, it reminds me of like a Helm's Deep kind of scene there. A lot of the arrows are barely getting over the top, but oh, look at that. We got the Buddha statue here. Look at that. A man dedicated to peace is about to witness a bloody... The statue is about to witness a bloody battle. Oh, there goes the guns. Oh, just annihilating. And the attackers can't hesitate here. I mean, even if they had the time, you can't hesitate against such a force, because if you just go back and forth, you're just gonna keep getting volleyed and take losses. So they need to hurry up and push when they can. I think they're just waiting for their entire army to set up over here, but you kind of have to go now. Because we're probably 5 minutes. We're already down to 5 minutes. Things are gonna get spicy, guys. And at this point, what I would recommend is that, again, do the same thing you did on the outer walls. Use cannon fodder. Try to soak up as much of that ammo on weak troops instead of your skilled, healthy troops. That way, when the skilled troops get up there, they're mostly healthy. And when I say healthy, I mean mostly intact with their full unit size. So yeah. And this is not good. These are healthy units that can do a lot of damage that are breaking. They are breaking. Don't skirmish. This is not a skirmish game. You can win. This is bad. This is bad. This is a situation where you need to use brute force. You just have to go and hope that your infantry can slice through. Sitting back over here is not going to pay off. They're now down to 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes of just sitting around doing nothing, trying to get creative here, but it's just, you can't do it. And that's, oh, what are they doing? Why are they stopping? I mean, you could use your archers as the cannon fodder. Not a terrible idea. Send them up, let them volley. They will do some damage, but at the same time, they will soak up some damage. Then send in the infantry, but you kind of needed to do that like a minute ago. Now, I do like the use of the fire arrows. You keep doing that, it'll weaken the walls a little bit. Very nice. And they're actually caused the guns to retreat. I wouldn't have done that. Well, I get it, because it's kind of a weird mechanic, but if these fire arrows, if they kind of like blow up the wall and it affects the infantry on it, it's kind of weird. But yeah, they fell back. And are they gonna charge out? They're gonna charge. Wait, why is he sending out Bo Ashigaru? Oh, here comes the Spartans. I'm just gonna call them Spartans because of that green. But yeah, they are finally charging, which is good. This is really good. Try to hit them on all sides. Don't stop those. Don't stop. Keep charging. Oh my God. It's like that scene in, I think, what was it? Band of Brothers, when I forgot the name, but it's a snowy environment, and they have that officer that just doesn't know what to do, and they're like, you gotta keep moving, and he's like, I can't, that's what they need to do. It's what it reminded me of. They gotta keep going, because you're just gonna, it sucks. Like, that's classic assault 101, especially with guns. When you're attacked, like a situation like Normandy, which, by the way, I love the fact that the defenders sallied out their bows. They're gonna slaughter these attackers here out here, or not even slaughter, but they're gonna delay these attackers. But yeah, if you look at Normandy, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You have to charge. You have to charge. You can't stop. If you stop, it's just worse. But I mean, I can't imagine. It's so easier said than done, right? I'm not gonna act like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, bro, just fucking, oh, excuse me. Yeah, bro, just charge. Just charge in, whatever, no big deal. And here comes a nice flanking charge here to quickly kill those archers that sallied out. But they did what they needed to do. They're less than 2 minutes. Wake up, attackers. Why are you strolling in here? The archers are just racking up kills. Lone Sword Ashigaru holding the line. Look at all the fresh troops that aren't even gonna make it in time, and they just now give the order to scale the walls. But it's too late. I don't think they're gonna have enough time. Maybe if there was overtime in Shogun 2. And, oh my God, you're trying to light the things on fire with 45 seconds left? All right, and here comes another cav charge going after red. Is now the red faction sallying out defenders who are trying to cut down the troops scaling the walls, who are also trying to. Oh yeah. Finally, they're out. They're finally attacking the last tier of this. Like, they actually have troops in the last tier, but they got to send more. You can't send them in waves. You need to send more. Like, this is not good. And they're down to 10 seconds. I don't know why they hesitate. Look at all the fresh troops that could have gone in. And let this be a lesson. In Shogun 2, you cannot sit back like this and expect to win. You know, I think maybe the players just didn't realize. Because this would have been pretty close if they just went in. The defenders did not have much here. I think they could have overwhelmed it. But the attackers were just too slow. And I guess this is a good lesson on being decisive and don't hesitate. Let's go ahead and end the battle, though, and look at the results here. It was a really cool fight. We did see some good tactics in terms of, like, cav charging. You know, cav charging out and delaying tactics. And that's what Shogun 2 siege battles seem to be, is that it's more about delaying rather than just utterly killing everyone or breaking your opponent. This is a classic glitch here. I did not play in this. I assume this was sent in. I think it was sent in by Angry Cat Whiskers, or it was sent in by Odo Hero. Nonetheless, I appreciate all the players in this match. You can see, look at the kills. Angry Cat, I think he was the green faction? I can't remember, but really good job. Almost 2,000 kills there, which is crazy. But yeah, it was a really cool fight. If you guys have any cool Shogun 2 siege battles or even battles, send them my way at my email. It's linked in my video descriptions. So you can send them over there. Or actually, you know what? It's even better. Do it through Discord. You can DM me the replay through Discord. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this battle as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, and all that jazz. But I appreciate you guys. And get ready for some Third Age stuff. I've been working on some scenarios that I'm really excited about. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you next time on the battlefield.